Mr. Max is so polite. He waits until I do my first reading, and he can tell when I'm to the end of reading the YouTube messages, and then my email, and then the Facebook. And when he sees that I've gotten to that last thing, he can tell when I'm just about to the end, to the very last thing, and then he wants to get up on my lap. He says, then it's my time, Mommy, it's my time for some loving. So, yeah. He is such a good boy. He's so polite. He knows the first thing in the morning I get up and I've got to read the mails. And so while I'm doing that, he'll sit on the couch and just wait patiently. So I don't know how he knows when I'm on the last thing to read. But he knows, and the minute I'm on the last thing to read, he comes, inches up, and wants to get on my lap. Isn't that right, Mr. Max? Yes. So yeah, he's a good boy. But he's got to have his loving in the morning. He says, I have to have my loving. I have to have the love. It's all about the love. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Max? What do you have to say this morning? He says, I'm just waiting for the time to go out. That's what I'm waiting for. Yeah, waiting for my time. So, you gotta come over here and turn around and say, you got a fan club out there, Mr. Max. People always want to know, how is Mr. Max? Yes, all kisses. Want to share the kisses this morning? Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Max. Yeah, pretty soon he's going down. Morning of the 19th, he goes down to the vet to get his teeth done. And they said he's going to lose a lot of teeth. He's not thrilled about that. But your breath will be a whole lot better. I love him, but he's got a breath that would kill a maggot. I mean, it is bad, bad, bad. But he's got so much tartar there that the tooth is getting rotten, and it's going to, affect his health. So we've got to get this done. Even if he lost all of his teeth, he's got to get it done. He's not going to be happy that day. He's not going to be happy with me that day at all. No. Isn't that right, Mr. Max? So anyway, what? You loving? He said, I still love you, Mommy. So I think that, all the stuff that I'm taking here for the Morgellons and stuff, it is working. It's not, as you can see, they're healing. It looks like the things are all healing up. But, a lot of times it'll seem like it's healing, but then it, it moves in it. But it usually, I think, calms down in the winter months as well. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm still taking those, and then I have another one coming that's supposed to get rid of that biofilm mass that you get inside. So I'm waiting for that to come. And then last night I took a bath, and I had I put some of the myrrh in the bathtub as well, and that seems to have helped. And I'm now using some of the silver on my skin, and so that seems to be helping this morning as well. So hopefully it might be pretty much clearing up. And then another thing that I was doing, and I found out it actually helps with it, is taking Benadryl at night, because it helps to mitigate some of that itching that you get with it. And so I had been doing things that, you know, using hydrogen peroxide. That's one thing that I really had to use a lot, use the hydrogen peroxide, and then the Hibiclens. I would clean them out with Hibiclens as well, which is an antibacterial, antimicrobial soap. So, you know, I've been working at this for quite a few months. It started coming up in Florida, but I thought I was getting bitten. It was all on this arm. They were all on this arm. And it wasn't healing, you know, and I've got the anemia so bad that they wanted to do a blood transfusion. And so I finally figured out that it's got to be Lyme, or, you know, something. They're thinking that you can get it from also some sort of a mosquito bite as well, other than tick, because they have the Morgellons. A lot of the cases are in Florida and California. So I don't know whether I got it from a tick or whether I got it from a mosquito. I think it's more of a mosquito myself, from where I was living. Although I have been out in the Everglades and I could have gotten a tick bite. But anyway, no, I've been dealing with it for a long time. I mean, sometimes in the day, and they've never tested me for Lyme. But I have all those symptoms of that. You know, in the daytime, I'll be feeling like okay. Then all of a sudden, I'm drained. I cannot move. I have to lay down. And it used to be I could drive easily for 12 hours straight, no problem. But then I started getting, I'd drive for an hour or two, and I'd have to pull off the road and lay down, because I would be going out. That's how exhausted I was. I had to pull off and just crawl in the back and lay down for a while. And this has been ongoing now for a number of years, and I'm going, you know, what's going on? And I still have those days, and it's affecting my breathing. I have so I have to really be careful with COVID, because I can't even go a half a block without feeling winded. Sometimes when I lay down to sleep, it feels like I lose my breath totally. It's you know, so it really does affect your breathing capacity. So I have to be really, really careful. If I got COVID, 9 out of 10, I would not survive it, because my lung capacity is shot. I just, I don't have the stamina that I used to have. And I just keep pushing through, you know. I'm not going to let this, you know, I'm not going to let this take away from my life, you know. But I think hiking is out of the question, considering I just go to the mailbox and back, and I'm winded. seriously winded. You know, I want to breathe. I want to build up my breathing capacity again. And I think the worst is the anemia. Just because you go and then, you know, I'm feeling good, and then all of a sudden, and lately more than ever, I find myself having to lay down. Because all of a sudden I just, you know, or I'll be in there in the tarot room wanting to do the readings, and it just overcomes me, and I'm literally sitting there. And I don't know if you notice, but maybe you might notice sometimes I feel like it's unfocused, and I'm literally falling asleep like this. I find myself like that, just literally starting to go out. That happens quite a bit. And yeah, you're sitting here. It's not that I didn't sleep. I got, you know, I got good sleep. I got rest. I wasn't up all night. But all of a sudden, it's like things start turning off, and you could feel yourself just slipping into, you know, just going out. Yeah, yeah, it's a bit disconcerting, you know, to be sitting there and you're wide awake, and the next second it's like that, boom, you're going out. You just lose all of your energy, drains out, and you're, you know, feel yourself going out and going forward, just, you know. Now I know how it feels for people that are narcoleptic, that they're sitting there wide awake and the next second they're out. Yeah, it's very strange, very weird. So yeah, that stuff is going on. And I think part of it might be looking at this, that it's such an internal battle going on now, because I'm taking all the herbs and medications that they're fighting this, you know, it's caused by a bacteria that's a spiroset thing. And so I think what's going on now, because this is starting to clear up, that it's in a battle, and it's just wearing my body out. It just is wearing me out. Like, I just got up. I've been up for maybe an hour or two, and I feel like I need to lay down. Yeah, I just feel it like, you know, because I just took my medicines. I get up now and I'll have a piece of toast. So I have something in my stomach, so I can take the herbs and stuff without feeling really, and it's still, even with that, I still feel nauseated for a while. So I take those, and then I may have to lay down for a little bit, and then I get up again, go gangbusters for a little while, and then all of a sudden it hits, and you just feel everything draining out again. Yeah, so it's very weird. But anyway, you know, you do what you can do. So anyway, I'm going to close this out. I need to get have my coffee this morning. And we'll do the reading of the morning, the pointing of the morning. Thank you for all your comments, and I know there's some people that say they really like the chit-chat time, that they're not they don't live in this country, they're not into politics and stuff, so, you know, thank you for that. Yeah, and all I can say, you know, I'm very fortunate that I don't have the running mind spin that picks up on this, because if I did, I could see where that could be really, really difficult, because you could get into this poor me syndrome and depression and all of that stuff. I don't have any of that stuff, so I'm very fortunate for that. Yeah, none of this stuff sticks. I just deal with the physical symptoms of it, but I don't have any of the depression and that stuff. Now, long ago in my path, I had really a lot of depression and, you know, feeling sorry for yourself and the depression and all of that stuff that goes with it. And that was debilitating. Not in the same way this is. This is a physical tiredness. My body just needs to lay down and rest a bit. Whereas, you know, before in my journey, when I was dealing with a lot of PTSD flashbacks and all of that stuff, it was a mental tiredness, a mental, that just you were wore out mentally. Yeah, totally different between a mental depression and physical exhaustion. Okay. I would say early in my path it was more of looking like that one. Just anger, depression, and now it's more like that one. So, a shift. Anyway. Oh, mercy. And thank you for those, you know, people that were saying they like to see me paint. So maybe I'll do a few more paintings online. And you can see how they evolve. Now, these paintings, I basically saw them. They popped up in my consciousness before I did them. Some of them do not. Some of them evolve as I'm painting. Yeah, but for these two, I actually saw them first. I could feel their energies and I could see it. The first one that came through was Trump. Just that dark black and reds and that greenish, you know, those things came through first. Then Biden's came through. So if I can connect to a person's energy, it comes through as color. Either I will feel it and then it will translate to a color. It's kind of hard to explain how that happens. But it's about connecting with the energy and then it gets translated through visual. Yeah, through visual things. So most of my paintings that are done are based on energy flows, okay? Yeah. So I'll pick like a topic or something like that and then interpret it energetically. And I am enjoying doing these more impressionist ones because then, you know, in the ones that you're doing with these what's the word I'm looking for? Abstracts. Different people will see different things in it, and it moves people energetically in different ways. So that I'm enjoying that quite a bit. Oh, and Ronald did the canvas of the, he did a reprint of this one, my election one, and also the Native American dancer one that I did. And it looks like they came out really well. So I'm waiting for them to get it stretched onto the bars, and then he'll send them over here and I'll take a look at them. So I may have, if you see one of the pictures that I've done that you like and you'd like a print of it on the canvas, okay, that can be done. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out, what does it cost to make them, and then, the shipping and all of that, and so try to figure out a price for those. Yeah, so that's in the works as well. I'm still wanting to get the album out, but just lately I don't have enough energy to sit there and do all the things I have to do on the computer with it. I'm having trouble balancing a couple, and 3 of them I'm going to have to re-record, because when I was recording, I was doing it in the music room, and unfortunately, next to the music room is the heater. So when that would come on, it picked up that sound of the heater in there. So I'm going to have to re-record three things on that album. So if I'm going to do recording, I have to make sure that I don't have the heater or anything on, because it does pick up that sound and I can't get rid of it. So that's what's going on with the album. I'm going to have to redo some songs on there. Most of them are okay. And then I still want to put the Canyon ones on there. The Canyon and then that Zen piece. But I'm still having a difficult time in moderating the sound because it gets loud. It starts out okay, but then I think it gets a little too loud. So I'm still working on that. Anyway, still working on those things. Okay, I just had something. Something coming through. I may do another painting. Yeah, I might do another painting. Yeah, we'll see. I might do another painting. We'll see if I have the energy for it today. When sometimes, sometimes you're sitting and it's just out of the blue, the energy hits for it, and you get a quick flash of inspiration on what to do. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if that develops today or not. Yeah. So anyway, even though I'm going through this, and I'm very, very grateful for the universe as to where I'm at now. because even though I'm going through all this stuff, and it's, like I said, exhausting. Some days I get up and just to even lift my arms like this takes a lot of effort. A lot of effort. You know, still with that, you know, I'm not, so please don't think I'm not suffering. I'm not depressed. I don't have any of those things going. So, you know, those that say they want to reach out and give me a hug and this and that, I'm not feeling, you know, I don't feel neglected. I don't feel any of those types of emotions with it at all. That's not here. Like I said, I just deal with the physical symptoms of it, but I don't have any of the mental drama surrounding any of it. It's just not there for me. Thank God, and so I'm so grateful for that I'm able to, you know, go through this and deal with this and still have that positivity and not be drug into the maelstrom of the mental suffering. I think the mental suffering is 10 times worse than just going through the physicality of it. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for the chit-chat this morning. I'm going to go in and make me some coffee or some tea. Maybe I'll have tea. I think I'll have tea this morning, something a little lighter, and come back and we'll do the morning topic. Let's see what the topic is of the morning. Yeah. So I'm going to, maybe I'll go in the, maybe I'll go in the tarot room and do that. I do love my tarot room, okay? I do love it, but like I said, sometimes I'll be up there sitting and just all of a sudden I just like start nodding out. So I don't know if you could tell during that time where all of a sudden I'm, you know, I'm not so engaged. I'm, you know, if things start shutting down and I just start, you know, literally feel like I'm going out and just like a narcolepsy is what it feels like. You're wide awake, and then the next second you're going like this. You're going out. It's very weird. But yeah, no, I don't want to fall asleep on you. But if you notice sometime that I'm doing reading or something, and all of a sudden I'm starting to do this, or it's taking me a while to click in, that's what's going on. It's almost like a narcolepsy. You can't control it. Just all of a sudden you're just your body is shutting down and you're going out for the count. Then I have to stop for a while, come out, lay down for maybe a half hour, whatever it is, and then I get up and I'm ready to go again for a while. But then it kind of builds up and then I'm out again. So, oh mercy. Craziness of it all. So thanks for tuning in. Much love and light to everyone, and I'll see you online.